so good to see you guys here today again. I just said that. Today we're doing air signs. I didn't want to do a collective spread. I did that like 2 days ago. Air signs. Getting a lot of people dealing with insomnia issues. So if you guys resonate with the video, like, share, subscribe. If you guys want personal readings, hit me up at jocelynlovely84 at gmail. Okay. Today we're using the Luna L Universe Tarot deck and the Delusions Tarot deck. Okay. I think that's it. For my air signs, oof, my babies. We're starting off with the Hierophant. Hierophant, okay? And the Emperor right under here. 2 and 2. So, when you think about the Hierophant, a person in this journey, right, going through the major arcana from the Fool to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when you get to the Hierophant, it's almost as if it's asking you, or you're at a place where you're asking questions to the divine and to people around you, or somebody who you consider a mentor, and you go to someone and you're asking them, what's next of my life? You have so many questions about life and what the purpose is here, what you can learn here, what lessons are needed here in this full journey, right? And so here you are asking. This is a time where this isn't action oriented. This is a person who goes inside, right? And whatever spiritual code you live by, whether that's religion, spirituality, whatever it is that you adhere to, what law you adhere to, you deepen that bond. You deepen that bond within yourself. So who better to ask questions than the divine, the person or the being that you most align with, right? And after that, you start questioning your motives, who you are, what you're here to do, and then everything is answered. Of course, it takes you years. This person takes years to develop their practice. So here you are, I'm seeing you receiving messages from the divine, all the way from the Most High, and you're sitting here meditating, taking time out to uncover the truth of the matter here. And then you have the Emperor right under. The Emperor is action oriented, right? This guy is the one who goes out there. He's leadership capabilities. He's the guy you go to. He's the mentor. He's the guy who has the blueprint, the authority, and he goes after what he wants, right? He's at the top of the food chain. That's him. He goes out there, right, action oriented, to uncover unknown land, right? Or to create it. This is him. Now, these are male energies, okay? It doesn't matter if you're a woman or man, it doesn't matter. Male energy, heavy, right? You have two different type of perspectives, introspective and then action-oriented. And they're coming together as one, right? The divine wants you to merge into one. The next cards that come out here are the Wheel of Fortune with the Moon. Wheel of Fortune and the Moon here, okay? So, you see here, it's very dream state-like, because everything is hidden in broad daylight, but there's no daylight here. This is dark, the dark of the night, going from the subconscious to the conscious to the subconscious to the unconscious to the conscious. Dream state, La La Land. Some of you guys are having trouble sleeping because of this. It's almost as if the minute you fall asleep, you pass out, or you're trying to sleep and then you get woken up with all of these dreams. I mean, this is complete dream state, and you get a wave of emotions, right? With this Cancer overflow is too much. It's too apparent. And all of your fears, all of the things that scare you, all of the limiting self-beliefs, all of that is in your face. It's right there. It's unavoidable. No matter how much you try to avoid it, no matter how much you try to think of something else, it's the thing that catches your attention in dream state and dream state only. This does not happen in the waking state, right? And then here you are uncovering layer by layer. It's almost as if it's telling you, you can handle this. It was time, in due time, for you to be here and discover this about yourself. Once you do, right, because the subconscious is trying to get your attention, and the minute you look at it straight in the face. The minute you look at the dreams or the nightmares, the night terrors, whatever it is that you call it, that keeps you awake at night, the insomnia, the minute you look at whatever this is, the messages are that are trying to be uncovered, it's too much. You get scared because it's an overwhelming amount of emotions, fear, shame, vulnerability, limiting self-beliefs, low self-esteem, feelings of unworthiness, all of that wrapped in one. And it's almost as if these dreams are so vivid. They're so vivid, they dominate everything. And it could be a different dream every night, but it's the same feeling over and over and over again. And it's almost as if it won't stop, and it hasn't stopped for days, and you can't sleep. Not until you face whatever this monster is in your dreamland, in your dream world. Once you face whatever that demon is, that monster is, whatever that feeling is, overbearing of emotion, you'll be free. But again, it's the same, like I'm saying, it's the same feeling over and over and over again. How many times could this feeling arise within the dream state? For years. Some of you guys have been battling with insomnia for years. It's just too much. Some of you guys are ashamed or afraid to tell people. You just tell them you have issues with sleep. You don't really tell them what you dream about. You don't tell them what kind of emotions you wake up from. Some of you guys wake up shaken, rattled, with dripping sweat from these horrible dreams. They're considered nightmares. I don't know what you want to call it, right? And for some of you guys, again, it's almost as if they never leave you alone. You guys haven't seen sleep in years. Some of you guys that I'm talking about. And if you do see sleep, it'll be like one day you sleep well, the other night you sleep really bad with those emotions that are trying to be uncovered. Here you are with the Page of Swords energy, with the realm of the mind, right? But again, it's dream state, right? It's all dark, and the moon's hidden. And look at the detail on this sword. It's so much detail, too much. Even and look at the outside of it, the outside frame. It's so much, so many hidden layers, so much to uncover. You can't do it in one night. Which is why the divine, or your guides, or your oversoul, or whatever it is that you believe in, it keeps bringing this to you at night, because it knows that's the only time they'll be able to get your attention. See, during the daytime you can avoid this, you can numb this, you can run from this, you can run to addictions or coping mechanisms, so you don't have to see this. But at nighttime, this shit owns you. It owns you, and you hate it. Some of you guys hate this feeling because it's almost as if it's almost as if you wake up. You know how when you wake up, you work, you prepare for the day to be the most productive as you can be. It's almost as if when you go to sleep, right before you go to sleep, sleep's supposed to help you function, right? Prepare for the day. When you go to sleep, you have to, before sleeping, you have to prepare yourself to fight a battle in your dream state. It's a real battle. It's a battle, so you're not sleeping and resting for the day. You're actually working double time. You don't get any rest. That's what I'm saying. And here you are, every night uncovering a layer and another layer and another layer and another layer, and it's like the divine's telling you, listen, this is the only time we can do it. It's painful and it hurts, but this is the only way we can get through the trauma. Some of you guys is trauma based, right? What was I going to say? I had something really good here. Trauma based with the Page of Swords. It'll come back to me, I can't remember. So, some of you guys, oh, there you go. The divine's almost telling you too, like, here you are, here's the answer. You need to see why when you wake up, right? When you wake up, you have this overwhelming amount of emotions, right? Like I said, you wake up sweating and just feeling horrible, but there's this feeling, this Five of Pentacles feeling of shame, of feeling left out, abandoned, feelings of abandonment, self-worth, this feeling of not being protected. Some of you guys don't feel protected when you wake up. And so the minute you sit down throughout the day and relax or meditate on your downtime, when you're not working, right? And you guys are just chilling outside, everything comes back to you. Like everything you dreamt about, and you're like, oh my God. It all hits you really fast, like a burst of flash, right? And you're like, oh my God. You remember what you were dreaming about. You remember the feeling. If you can't remember exactly what you were dreaming about because it's just a like one little thing that comes in. One little thing that comes in, right? And it's like a glimmer or a glance of it, and it's so fast, but you remember the feeling that comes with it. And some of you guys have a hard time stomaching that feeling, so you don't want to feel what you felt in your dream state. So what you do, you try to avoid it. But the divine's telling you that if you uncover it or deal with it just a little bit, it'll be easier. It'll be easier in the long run. What else? For some of you guys, be gentle with yourselves because this feeling, this overwhelm of emotions can make you really flustered and very upset. It can make you feel very depressed. Some of you guys are battling depression because you're not sleeping well and it's too many emotions that you have to deal with. It's almost as if you're having a therapy session in your sleep. Waking up, having to do another therapy session if you do, with self or with the divine, and so it's a lot. That's why I had to do this reading or channel this reading because I feel like a lot of people have this issue and it's very embarrassing to talk about, or if you talk about it you think no one understands you. You don't want to get too in depth with what you're dealing with because it scares you and it leaves you too open and too vulnerable. And here I say this because here you are with temperance. Comes out, you're like rushing out, and it comes out all of this emotion, and it's like you get a glance of the truth. You get the light exposes you, right? It's being exposed here, and this person is seeing where the truth is coming out from this cup, and it's like I said, the overwhelming of emotions in the 3D and the physical when you're awake, in the awake state. And so temperance, again, like I said, be patient with yourself with what's going on because it's a lot to process. And you guys are being too hard on yourselves with this process. It's almost as if you don't get the answer right away, or if you don't face the answer right away, then you start, looking down on yourself or shaming yourself because you didn't do it fast enough. But remember, you're uncovering things, wounds, childhood wounds, right? Things from even past lives. It could be possible. For some of you guys, I feel like it's present tense. It's the things you're most afraid to look at. It just sucks that you don't ever get sleep though, right? Because for some people, it takes them years to uncover what they do, what they need to. For you, it's like you have to do it faster because you don't have an option. You don't sleep. So, alright. Anything else for you guys? Oh yeah. Look at this. 10 of Swords. Uncovering what's under. You see the eye? What's under all of this exterior shell? It's vulnerability. It's this fear, right? A fear of being chased down, fear of being in the worst state, fear of not being enough. It's this fears. All of your hidden fears coming to life. It's like a night terror movie, right? Like Jason or something like that. Coming to life in your dream state every night. It leaves you feeling at a 10 of Swords, right? Sleepless nights. But look at this. It's almost as if you're trying to tell someone, shh, don't speak. Don't speak, right? Don't tell the truth. Don't let them know that we're hiding here, right? It's almost as if you want to hide behind the ego, behind the 3D, the mundane, the real world, and you're trying to hide and let them know, shh, quiet, or they're going to uncover us. What we really feel. It's almost as if you're in your child too. It's right under here. Very vulnerable, right? Scared to come out, scared to live outside of what it's used to living in. But here you are being activated, right? To come out. speak the truth, but you're at a Ten of Swords. It's hard to admit that you're at a Ten of Swords. It's easier to admit that you're not. It's easier to deny. But once in a while, once in a blue moon, not sleeping will really have you in tears. It will have you in tears. Oh, look at this. You have the Wheel of Fortune. And the dream stayed here, but this time it came out in reverse. Right? It's like in the 3D. I don't see it as like bad fortune. I see it as a delay of some sorts, or in the 3D it's harder. It's harder to go forward, or you're stuck. If you're feeling stuck, it's because of the dream issue. Almost seems like you not sleeping has really damaged you in the waking state, or has really caused some type of mental, not mental, I don't want to say a mental breakdown. I want to say it has caused an impairment in your life. It really has, and maybe that's why you've been feeling like you're out of luck here, because nobody really understands, like I said, what you're going through. And to even admit it to yourself is really depressing. Some of you guys are getting real depressed when you think about this, or when you sit down and see the truth. Okay, what else do I have for you guys? Oh. Okay, so that's the third time this came out. I think maybe that's, judgment, right? Receiving information, but seems this one's in the dark. Or this is the higher realms trying to get something in the dream state, right? This is light and this is the dark. The sub, right? Exposing everything on top, and it's like almost seems like some people are watching you in your dream state. It looks like it looks like people are watching you in your dream state. They're watching to see what you're doing in real life. They're watching to see if you're going to pay attention. They're waiting for you. Beings are waiting for you. To face the truth. What else? That's what I'm getting here. Alright guys, anything else besides judgments? Look at this. We have the Three of Pentacles with the Star. You see this right here? Again, you, right, with the emotions that you feel here, and you're seeing this being activated, this part of you, you're being activated every time you look into that subconscious realm and you meditate. It comes up. You see it, you're unpacking it, you're seeing it change, you're seeing everything from every angle. It's easier to see it and stomach everything. And it's almost, too, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you can see everything from a higher, non-judgmental perspective about yourself, right? Because again, like you said, we're our harshest critics. But look at yourself here. Unpacking it all. Everything that scares you, everything that's haunted you for years is here. It shows up. When you're meditating, right, it shows up, and then this is what you've been dreaming about. Your nightmares. That's what comes up. And you're terrified. Some of you guys have been doing this for so many years, not getting sleep, and having to unpack everything in the daytime as well as in the nighttime while you're dreaming. It's terrible. Anything else for you guys? Let's see. Oh, that Ace of Swords came out. Oh no, the moon. Oh no. Look at this. Hangman. At nighttime. This seems really scary too. While you uncover everything, try to uncover everything here. Some of you guys are hoping and just praying every time you go to sleep that your dreams are gentle on you. Because every time you go to sleep, you face demons. You face like night terrors. You face. I'm getting like nightmares, like from like movies, like Jason or someone like following you, someone trying to harm you, someone trying to just destroy you, make you feel less than, and you feel alone. You feel like nobody here has your back, and you have to go through this struggle all by yourself. All by yourself because nobody understands what you're going through. Then you wake up, you have to show up to work and smile or pretend you give a shit when you really don't, right? You're literally trying to wear off all of those nightmares that you dealt with the night before or that day. What is the thing that scares you the most about your night terrors or your dream state or your insomnia? What is the thing that scares you the most, right? Here you are, you wake up, and some part of you, with the Knight of Swords, right, you see a person seems a little on the ready to attack, ready for war. If this isn't you in your night, not this is definitely you in your nighttime, right? At nighttime, you face. It's almost as if you're ready for war. You face your demons. And his wife, we get the house in life and his husband, their destiny, she. Oh, that was fast. Let me see that. What did she say? That was a little fast, but something about a dream. In heaven, he sees love and not the dark. Is this recurrent? Okay, thanks for sharing that. Okay. So, so do you feel like that's a recurrent, let's say if it was a dream state or whatever, do you feel like it happens a lot? Does it keep coming up? And welcome. Do I think this is he? Well, yeah. If he shows up in the dream state, absolutely. Yeah, I had a significant other who passed away years ago, and he would show up in my night. He'd show up in the night in my dream state, and I felt like, although I would talk to him, he couldn't hear me. Or he could hear me, but he couldn't say anything back. But he was always there, and I felt like a calming presence. Yeah. What about you? Okay, I'm gonna wait for your response. Here you are, is it? Oh, he was in my dreams. I said on his bed. Yeah, man, that was hard. That was really difficult. Have his hand. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. He cries. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a lot to experience or to even like hear or see or just feel. That's a lot. Thank you for sharing that. No, yeah, yeah, I would cry. I would definitely cry. I would. I don't know if you have, but that is definitely an experience. Mm. Well, I mean, I'm getting here too with Knight of Swords energy that there's this like trying to be open, right? Ready to uncover whatever is coming for you, but you see how the light's behind? It's almost as if the divine is guiding you through this path, right? And to help you uncover whatever these messages are that you're receiving during the dream state. Sorry for what happens, I think. Yeah, that is love. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Zols, right? Zols. Yeah, Zols. Sorry, I usually wear glasses, but not when I stream because of the glare. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Let's see, anything else I have for you here? I really liked your story, you know? Well, your truth, because it's what happens. Some people have really hard time with the dreams and uncovering the dreams that come up, right? It will shake you to your core. Oh, look what I got. A Three of Swords energy here. These dreams that you uncover will have you crying, okay? It will have you crying and feeling heartbroken due to whatever trauma you are facing. And look at this. But it's almost as if, yes, it's the Three of Swords, but the truth is exposed, right? So look at the butterfly. It's healing colors. The truth hurts, but it sets you free. Uncovering this truth, uncovering whatever the pain is, and it keeps you going. When you wake up, you feel alone because you have to go through this on your own. But at the end of the day, it's almost as if your guides are there telling you, yes, that's true, exactly. Your, your guides are there though. Like this gives me angelic presence. Your guides are there walking you step by step. They're sitting there with you, right? Because you were sitting on the bed. They're sitting there with you, watching you just go through this pain, and it's almost as if you just want to cry. And if you do release or you cry, they're there, watching every move, every step, protecting you because they know that that's the only way. It's part of life, right? The dream state is part of life process, and if that's the way that you have to face whatever your pain is, it's gonna happen. All right, anything else? Okay, Eight of Cups. Yes. Look at this. Uncovering everything in the dark. Uncovering it all. There's not much left. It's almost as if when you wake up, there's no energy. There's nothing left here. There's nothing. It feels barren. It feels, especially in your dream state, you feel like alone. There's feelings of loss. There's feelings of burden and grief. But it's really lonely. I'm getting like a lonely, melancholy feeling. And you know, anybody that goes through any type of experience like that, share because you're not alone. Okay? You are not alone. I'm here, one of those people that deals with parasomnia and just difficulties with sleeping. It has literally ruined my life due to trauma. Just uncovering years of trauma, it takes forever. And I just want you guys to know that you're not alone, ever. And I'm here. Look at this. Receiving information, receiving just all the grace, right? Because when you wake up, again, it's so much to bear. It's almost as if it's asking you to lighten the burden of your dream state or how difficult the dream state is. Lighten that burden. And it's asking you to have strength, right? Have strength here. You will get through this. You will get through the grief. You will get through the pain one day at a time. No matter how painful it is, cry, but you will get through it. You're being watched over and you have more support than you actually think you do. I was mentioning earlier about how people are afraid to talk about the dream state because it leaves you in a state of vulnerability. The dream state, right? When you wake up and just remember all of the emotions that you felt during that dream. It's shameful to talk about, or people feel shame to talk about it, and I feel like that's what makes people feel like they're in it alone. It can cause depression, it can cause just so much. And so, like I was saying, just make sure that you have somebody to talk to, or there are people that you can talk to about this. You got the Ten of Pentacles next. Look at the softness. The softness here. After the grieving session, after uncovering what this pain is, this will get you to your Ten of Pentacles. Feeling like you're restored again. Going from roughness, right? Because we talked about the fears of the dreams, to uncovering them, healing, and feeling better. And it could take years. Honestly, it could, depending on how severe the grief is or the trauma is. But yeah. Anything else? Chariot. Moving forward. Absolutely moving forward. This is divine telling you that keep going down the path. You got death. Every time you heal or grieve, the inner child cries and you cry with it and you protect it and you walk with it. But just, this is a sign of you moving forward. I know it's easier said than done, right? Because some of you guys, again, have issues that it gets to the point where you give up, or you have no hope that you'll feel better or heal, or will wake up from the night terrors or not have to deal with the night terrors forever. But you will be okay. You'll be able to manage it easier. You will manage this better. It's just part of the process, unfortunately, for some of you guys, right? Not everybody has these issues with sleep, even though they have trauma. For a lot of you guys, you do. But here you are trying to make the best of it. I think that's it, my air signs. That was a lot. We unpacked a lot. I love you guys. If you guys resonate with the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you guys want personal readings, hit me up at johnsonlove84@gmail.com. Alright guys, that's all I have for you. Have a good one. Bye.